All right. We have wrapped up our unit on government. Terrence asked us last week, oh my gosh, are we going to talk about government forever? The answer is no. We're getting ready to move into conversations about climate and weather. Okay, climate and weather. You learned a lot about climate and weather. Well, you learned a lot about weather, not so much climate, in second grade. And this week, we're going to take a look at why certain weather happens in different areas, okay? So why doesn't the desert get rain? Why does the tropical rainforest always get rain? What's the difference there, okay? We're going to take a look at that, and that is called climate regions, okay? So if you will notice, you are looking at text features. One of the ways that we're going to investigate this information is by using text features. Now, you have used text features in second grade, but now we're going to figure out why does the author use text features? Okay, so not just what can we learn from them, but why do you think the author includes them? So on your seesaw, I'm going to ask you to click that light bulb and refresh. You're going to go to using text features. I'm going to click on that add response. The first few slides we're going to work on together, and the first few slides are also just some links to videos. Remember, I will play the videos, that way you don't hear both of them happening at the same time. But we're going to look at today's learning target. Okay, here's our target. We are going to apply knowledge of text features to locate information and gain meaning from a text. Examples include maps, illustrations, charts, and font and format, okay? So we're gonna locate information and gain meaning, about a text using text features, okay? To get us warmed up, because it's been a whole pandemic in a year, we're gonna review what text features are. So sit back, jive, relax, and here we go.
Leo here just found out he has to do a report on sloths. He checks out a nonfiction book. The title is All About Sloths. This is a little bit different from the fiction books that he's been reading. It's got all these text features. Those are the things that draw his eye to important information and help him understand all the interesting facts. Leo's gonna use those text features to find his way around the text. Yo, Leo opens the book. It looks like nonsense till he looks in the front for the table of contents. It's nothing like the table in his kitchen. It lists big topics with a short description. Leo sees chapter 2 is called Sloth Habitats. Starts on page 15. He flips to that at the top of the page. Just as expected, it says Sloth Habitats in very big letters. That's called a heading. It helps him figure out what this section of the book is all about. There are subheadings too. The chapter's divided by smaller headings like trees and climate. Leo sees a picture that makes him laugh. A sloth hanging from a branch, that's a photograph. It was taken with a camera, put in the book to show us how a sloth really looks. Underneath the photo, there's a quick description. That's a caption. It tells you what's in the picture. Leo starts to wonder, what's a sloth diet? There's a text feature that'll help him find it. It's called the index. All topics of importance are listed in the back in ABC order. Leo spots diet, that was easy to find. It's on pages 7 through 9.
Feeling lost in a book that's non-fiction? Text features will point you in the right direction. The captain has a compass, a pilot has a map. You can use text features to find facts. Feeling lost in a book that's non-fiction? Text features will point you in the right direction. The captain has a compass, a pilot has a map. You can use text features to find facts.
Leo keeps reading, it's making him think. He sees that some species of sloths are extinct. Extinct is bold. What's up with that word? It's bold because it's something new to learn. It could be italicized or underlined. Want to know what it means? It's easy to find. In the back of the book, there's something called a glossary, where new words are defined properly. It's an ABC order. Leo looks through the list. He sees extinct means it no longer exists. Now he's flipping through the pages. Hang on, man. He spots a cool image called a diagram. That's a picture picture that shows different parts of something. So Leo knows how it works, how it functions. There are labels that point out different parts, like stomach, lungs, and his loving heart. This table compares sloths to giraffes. We can also compare with a chart or a graph. These are visual ways of organizing data. So long, sloth, we'll see you later. Peace out. I said we'll see you later. I forgot how slow these guys are.
Feeling lost in the book that's non-fiction? Text features will point you in the right direction. The captain has a compass, a pilot has a map. You can use text features to find facts. Feeling lost in the book that's non-fiction? Text features will point you in the right direction. The captain has a compass, a pilot has a map. You can use text features to find facts.
Fun fact, my husband is scared of sloths. He thinks they're very creepy.
They can't even get you they can't even get you in a
You're
certain
right.
spot. It's too
So
slow.
I actually bought Axel pajamas and a blanket that has sloths on them. And one night I put them on Axel so that my husband had to look at them and see them. He was not happy with me. All right. Text features, okay? Just like the video said, they are like a map of how to find facts or information that you want to know in a book, okay? So on slide 1, again, that's our goal. And if you want to watch this vocabulary later, you can always click on that link and it is right there for you to explore, okay? Let's take a look at slide 2, okay? Slide 2. I'm going to send you into some breakout rooms and I want you to tell your partner one text feature that you already know what it does, okay? So you're going to look here, table of contents, title, bold words, glossary, captions, photographs, and you're going to tell your partner why do authors include these text features, okay? Why are they in a book? What does the author use them for, okay? That's what you are getting ready to go tell your partner. So look at slide 2. You're going to tell your partner about one text feature that you already know how to use, okay? All right, here you go. There we go. One text feature you already know how to use. Christopher, what is one?
Picture. You use the picture for the book have more details about the thing that you're reading about.
Nice. And we want to call those photographs. So pictures are drawn, photographs are taken with a camera. And you're right, we can look at more details, more information that we want to see. Excellent. Terrence, what do you know? What can we use?
So, you know the bold words, and if you look in the glossary, it tells you what they mean.
It does. It connects them. So look, this bold word is topography. And then look at this connection. Topography. It tells you what it means. So bold words and glossaries usually go hand in hand. They are usually connected. That was a 2 for 1. Sin Q, what text feature do you know and how to use?
I know how to use captions.
Okay, how do we use captions?
You read them at the bottom of the photographs, and you read them the different other facts and stuff about it.
Yeah, it's kind of like a quick blurb or quick fact, or sometimes photographs look so confusing, like if it's a really zoomed in picture of like a germ and we're like, what is that? The captions can tell us what we're seeing and can give us more information. Wonderful. Leah.
I actually know all of them.
You know all of them. Well, choose one of the 2 that are left and tell us how to use it.
Table of contents.
All right, how do I use a table of contents?
Straight when you open the book, you'll see that and it'll like say caption and like a title, then you'll see a page, then you gotta go to that page and that's where that will start.
Perfect. So nonfiction books, you don't usually have to read the whole book, okay? So for example, if we're sticking with sloths, if I want to tell my husband why he does not have to be afraid of sloths, I might go to a table of contents and find a section about moving slow. And then I could turn to that page and I could say, look, Jeremiah. Sloths move slower than even if you were walking. And then I could show him that and he could not be afraid anymore. Okay, so I could do that. I don't need to show Jeremiah about how sloths don't ever wash themselves and grow moss on their fur, which is true. It's disgusting. But they grow algae in their fur. Okay, I don't need to show him that. So I don't have to read the whole book to Jeremiah. I can just find the part where it says he eats plants. So even if you are slow and the sloth did catch you, look, Jeremiah, this section right here says they eat plants. So he's not going to bite you. Okay, so those text features, table of contents, can tell us what we need to read. All right, there's one thing left, and it's a title. Aiden G, how do we use a title?
The title is for a main idea to give you a clue what the whole book is about.
Oh yeah, look at that vocabulary right there. Main idea. That's right. That title's going to tell you what this section is mostly about. William, we ran out of text features, but do you have something to add?
I was going to say headlining.
Headlining. Yes, there are also headlines. So titles, and a lot of times we call those subtitles, but they can also be called headlines. So those are smaller sections of text within there. Beautiful. All right. We are going to use text features today to learn about climate. Okay, go ahead and move to slide 3 for me. Here are the directions for what you are getting ready to do in your breakout room.
Read the text boxes below. There's a red one, a blue one, a
I can't click and listen.
green one, an orange one, and a purple one. After you've read them, I want you to discuss which text feature you think it is describing. For example, if we look at the first one, it says this illustration, and I'm going to stop there because the terminology I'm using here is illustration. That means we're looking for an illustration. Remember, an illustration is different than a picture because a picture was taken with a camera. An illustration is something that has been designed or drawn by an individual. Continuing, this illustration helps me quickly find more information about the difference between weather and climate. So since I said illustration, we're not going to put this text box next to any of the pictures that we see. So that leaves the sun and the earth picture up to the right out because it is a picture. And then also the pictures of the grassland, rainforest, polar desert, and desert, we're not going to line it up with that because those are also pictures. So our choices here are the diagram or illustration of the weather versus climate and the Earth's climate zones. So let's read this again and decide which one of these makes the most sense to put this description by. This illustration helps me quickly find more information about the difference between weather and climate. Well, since the actual title of this says weather versus climate, I'm going to put the red box next to this text feature because that's the one that it best matches. So you're going to do the same thing with the blue, the green, the orange, and the purple text boxes below. Good luck and careful reading.
So you are going to work in your breakout room and you will notice that there are 4 arrows. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are also 4 text boxes left for you to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to decide which text box matches the text feature that the arrow is pointing to. Okay, so we noticed here that this title says weather and climate. And then look down here, it says weather and climate. It also was an illustration, meaning it was drawn. And look right here, it says illustration. So you in your breakout room are going to move these text boxes to the arrow that it is pointing to that best describes it. Okay? Any questions on that before I send you to work? All right, lovely. I'm going to send you, Q. Yes, sir.
Camille wasn't talking when I went to the breakout room with her.
All right, I think Miss Camille might have gotten kicked out because I had to let her back in, but she is ready to talk and participate. I am sure of it. All right, call me in if there are any issues. All righty, here we go. Here is what you should have found. You should have found that your orange title box, notice it says title. That's the title. Should have gone with the title because it says title. And what it does is give you the idea, as Aiden pointed out, about the main idea of the page. Our green one, notice it says these pictures. There's an S on the end. That means there's more than one picture. These pictures help me visualize the different climate regions actually look like. And there's the different climate regions. Notice this one says this picture, no S. There's only one picture left, and it's right here. Helps me see what the text next to it is describing. This says these patterns are caused by the sun, and sure enough, there's the sun. Finally, this purple one, this illustration, that means it's drawn, helps me see where one climate region is compared to the others. And sure enough, it says climate right there in the title of that map illustration. Okay. Questions, concerns, comments, confusion about slide 3? Yes, thank you.
Short time.
Say what?
Too short time.
Too short time. I don't know what that means.
You gave us not that much of time.
Oh, you didn't feel you had enough time in your breakout room. I apologize. I was monitoring screens on Dino.
We have 2 of the same slides.
Oh, weird. I was monitoring rooms and on Dino, and it looked like you were starting to finish up. So I'm sorry I misinterpreted that. All right. So if you did not move those, go ahead and move them now so that you have them in the right place. This can be a great study help for you when you are figuring out what is that text feature again? How do I use it? You got it right there. Okay. All right. Slide 4 says, read the text together as a class. Notice and discuss the additional information the text features provide. Okay. So go ahead and look at slide 4. I want you to follow along with me. I'm going to be reading, and I want you to be reading with me with your eyes. Okay. Chapter 1. What causes different climates? I noticed this text feature right here. Chapter 1. It tells me the part of the book that I'm in. Sometimes it can be difficult to find information in a nonfiction text. So if I know I'm in chapter 1, I can use that table of contents to see what I'm going to be learning about. What is the difference between a rainforest and a desert? The answer is climate. Climate is the average weather of a region over long periods of time. Scientists measure different daily weather conditions. They measure things like rainfall and temperature over a period of many years. Then they use this information to predict the weather patterns that occur throughout the year. I noticed that this uses the words weather conditions. It uses the words temperature. And I'm noticing down here I have weather and there's a thermometer for my temperature. So this matches. Down here I can read inside of this caption of this illustration, the atmospheric patterns of Earth's climates are based on years and years of data. Weather, on the other hand, is the daily conditions of the Earth's atmosphere. The conditions change from moment to moment. Okay, so especially, y'all know, because you live in Indiana, you can wake up in the morning and need a big old bundled up coat. And then in the afternoon, you're like, it's so hot, right? And you want to be in shorts again. That's weather. Weather changes very, very, very quickly. Climate stays the same for a very long time, okay? You're not going to wake up one day in Indiana and open the door and go, oh my gosh, it's a desert. There's cactus and there's dry sun and there's sand everywhere. The soil changed, all the trees died. What is happening, right? You're not going to wake up one day and suddenly be in a desert. All right, those clues stay the same for a very long amount of time, okay? You are going to wake up in Indiana and notice, hey, look, the trees are getting green again. Oh, wow, the trees are changing their leaves, but we still have those same kind of plants that survive needing those 4 seasons, okay? So climate does not change. That's pretty constant. If it does change, it's a very little bit over a very, very, very long time, okay? Weather goes woo, 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 goes crazy, okay? So weather and climate are different from each other. Let's go on here over by this photograph. It says, these patterns are caused by the sun. That is because all energy on Earth comes from the sun. Even at 150 million kilometers or 93 million miles away, the sun's energy heats Earth. This energy keeps the planet warm and supports plant and animal life. It also plays a major role in Earth's climate. I can notice in this photograph that the sun looks much smaller than the Earth. And that is because, excuse me, it is much farther away, just like our text told us it was 93 million miles away. I can see that it is back quite a bit, okay? And then down here we have a computer designed map. It says it's Earth's climate zones. The average weather in a polar region is dry and cold. And I want you to also notice, take a look at this. The top section goes with the top picture. Okay, section of that picture. Temperate regions, so these are the purple ones. Temperate regions, it goes with the next. This is going in order. And then we have tropical regions. It says tropical regions, that's going to go with the orange. So that also is leveled in order. Okay? So these text features just help us get more information. They help us notice and learn more quickly than just having to read all of it in text. Terrence.
Do we highlight it?
You don't have to. No, I was, but you can if you'd like to.
Okay.
Thank you for asking. I should have stated that. All right. Take a look at slide 5. This is what you are getting ready to do on your own for independent practice today. On your own, you are going to read the passage about North America and then answer the questions about the text features. There's a multiple choice question. There is also a typing question. They go together, okay? As you're working independently, you can also listen to Miss Thaxton's hint video if you need some help, okay? This is your independent work. Read the text, answer the questions. Take a look at slide 6. Slide 6 asks for you to do a learning target check. You knew that you were working with text features to locate information and gain meaning. How do you know you were successful with that today? Or how do you know you need practice with that today? You'll base that on slide 5, okay? So for independent work today, you are going to complete slides 5 and 6. Remember, if you would like to explore your text features, you can do so by using the link to the text features vocabulary and play the vocab game, play the quiz, watch the video again, the lyric lab, anything like that, okay? This is your independent work for today.